Welcome back to Melanie Loves Death Metal. Happy Monday. These are 3 death metal albums to get your week started off right. I think this is now the 3rd video I've done of this series. And basically what I'm doing is picking 3 death metal albums, EPs, demos, whatever you want to call them, of bands that maybe you're not as familiar with, or maybe you haven't listened to in a while. Mostly newer underground bands, but every once in a while I'll throw in some older school demos and stuff like that too. But today I've got 3 bands you may not know about, or maybe haven't listened to in a while, or maybe didn't even know existed, or whatever, that I think that you'll enjoy. All of them kind of have a similar theme. I guess it just must be the mood that I'm in today for the type of death metal I want to listen to. But I think all of these will be a favorite of a lot of people that watch this series. Or you might actually find something you really like. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the band Bocc. And now this is a special Noxious Ruin tape edition of their EP Le Forja dels Crenes. I completely butchered that. But Bocc is a band out of Barcelona. It is a death doom band. And this is an EP that Noxious Ruin put out, as well as Night Terror Records also put out a copy of this. This is a special screen printed edition. If you're familiar with Noxious Ruin and how they do their cassette tapes, they go all out and make these amazing covers to put over the tape that are all silk screen. So here is, it opens up like this. I've shown these off several times, and on the inside it says Bocc. Here you go. And the reason why I pulled this today is because they have a new EP coming out. Let's see. I forgot what it is. It's like an EP compilation, which basically is what's been put out already. Some stuff that has on this EP and some of their other releases that's being put out by Horror, Pain, Gore, Death Productions. I actually pre-ordered it because it was a nice comp. I don't have all of their stuff. This is the only other tape that I have in their collection. So also in this special Noxious Ruin pressing is you get this nice like flyer or whatever. And so here's the band and then all the credits on it. And on the other side is lyrics. So yeah, pretty cool tape edition. And I'll show you really quick. It just goes back together like this, and that's how the tape is stored. So yeah, pretty cool. So anyway, Bocc is, like I said, a band out of Barcelona. They're a death doom band. Probably one of my newer favorite underground bands that I've recently just started getting into because of this release that I bought. I've gone back and listened to the other stuff they put out. They only have one full length that came out in 2022, which I am hunting for. I need to find that. I believe that was put out on Medusa's Lair Records, so I need to find a copy of it that is accessible in the US. Hopefully somebody's got it somewhere. But they've also put out several EPs and demos and stuff like that. But like I said, there's a new EP compilation coming out in I think about 2 weeks or so that I'm quite excited about because it's going to get me some of the music that I don't have in my collection already. So I'll link that in the description where you can pre-order it. But for the moment, this EP is it's so good. This is what really got me into the band. This is essentially just sinister sounding death doom. It's basically very like got a kind of like a dirgy, like slower and heavy. I mean, it's death doom, but it's got a very like dirgy, like almost just really like filthy underground sound to it. Very good. I'm a huge fan of this band, and I quite enjoy this EP and everything that I've heard from them so far. It's nice to see that more people are starting to learn more about them, and they've also been put into a couple of zines that have been printed lately in the underground death metal scene. So yeah, just I'll do a snippet. You can listen to it, and the links will always be in the description of where you can find this. They also pressed it on a vinyl record, which is available on their Bandcamp. And then, like I said, Night Terror Records also put out an edition of this cassette tape. If you're looking for that in the US, I think Iron Fortress still probably has it in their distro. And then there's several other releases that they have out. You just have to scour the internet and see who has what and what has been put out. But yeah, great stuff. Really excited. They also put out a promo in April of this year. Looking to find that. Also, Night Terror Records put that out of 3 new tracks. So I'm excited to just get more music from this band. So yeah, they're awesome. They're a 3-piece, so definitely check them out. And like I said, they're from Spain. Barcelona, I believe, is the area. Awesome stuff. So Bocc, check them out. Forgot to mention on the Bocc EP that there is a Pertinence cover, Black Vision. So there you go. Forgot to mention that. It's good stuff. Okay, the next one is I absolutely love this EP. Actually, is it a demo? It might be a demo. Let's see what it says. I think it's an EP. I don't know. But this is a Caligari release that I feel like a lot of people slept on last year. It's a 4-track demo. Okay, so this is Perishing with their 4-track demo Lutum. And like I said, Caligari Records. I had never heard this band, and then I was just looking on Caligari's site to see what they had released recently. This caught my eye because of the album cover, and was like, well, that looks like something I would quite enjoy. And boy, was I right. This is just phenomenal, slow death doom, slow death metal, done so well. The band is from Costa Rica, and this is the only thing they put out, and I was looking to see what other members of the band might be in, and it makes sense now with why I enjoy this, because we have 2 members from Estriferous, which is an album that came out on Me Saco Un Ojo last year or 2 years ago. That was incredible. That they're an incredible band. Love them. So yeah, that immediately I saw that and I was like, well, that makes sense on why I really enjoy this, because they put out awesome stuff. It looks like Transcending Obscurity Records also put out an edition of this. So there's probably like CDs and a million vinyl colors, stuff like that too. But this is the Caligari release. Awesome stuff. Like, this is very heavy, very crushing, and it is done very well. This is brooding, and it's cavernous, and it's very sinister and oppressive sounding. It's slow death doom. It has its moments of just really crushing heaviness. Actually, pretty much the whole demo is. But yeah, everything is incredible about this. I was hooked on it as soon as I heard it and was like, man, why is more people not listening to this? So a really nice black pearl printed tape, and then very cool J card. I love this artwork. I love that black and white artwork aesthetic. So yeah, it is awesome, and it looks like the artist on this is it not listed? Interesting, it's not listed. Okay, well, it was recorded live in the Cabin in the Woods studios in Costa Rica. So that's on here, but yeah, I don't know the artist. Well, anyway, here's a J card, really cool. I think these are also still available on Caligari, which is sad. Like, sell this out because it is very good, especially if you're into that really, just like I said, oppressive, cavernous, brooding style of death doom. You'll enjoy this, and it is phenomenal. So check it out. All right, and then the final release today that I have is one that is quite possibly one of my all-time favorite Head Split Records releases that they've put out in recent years. This is sold out on cassette tape, but they still have a CD left, and this is Decrepitorum with their EP Foul Examination of Putrefied Remains. So yeah, this is awesome. This is filthy, gory, putrid style of death metal from Australia. So we're just all over the globe in this episode. And this has, like I said, been one of my favorite releases that Headsplit Record has put out in recent years. This actually came out in 2023. The cassette tape is sold out, but they still have a CD available. So if you're a CD head and you want this on a physical media, go for it. Trying to find this on cassette tape was a bit of a pain. I was trying to look and see if I could find it for sale for this video, but unfortunately, not many people have it in their distros anymore, or it's selling for stupid prices on Discogs. Of course, when this video goes up, who knows? Maybe I missed something, but yeah, but you can still get it on CD. It's just a very, it's got a very like putrid, rotten, grinding death metal style. Definitely for fans of people who love Funebre and Undergang and Fetid. Fetid Corpse, like this is all right up your alley. That style is awesome. So yeah, man, so good. Listening to this after not listening to it for a while, reminding myself about how much I loved this EP. So would love for this band to put some more stuff out. But for now, happy with this. So there you go. It's very simple J card. It does not list the members on Metal Archives, so unfortunately I can't dig into that. I mean, I probably could have looked a little bit further to see who this was and stuff, but for now I'm happy with what I know, and that's nothing. So anyway, great EP. Check this out if you haven't heard it yet. Again, CD is available. Decrepitorum, awesome stuff. So that's it. That's all that I have for this Monday. I hope you guys are going to have a great kickoff to your week. Let's make it a good one, and I will see you in the next one.